guys, and welcome back to this week's vlog. Now I'm so excited to film this vlog. I feel like I've been waiting for this day to come for such a long time. Ignore my voice. I feel like it's been quite often I've said on my vlogs in the last few months, I'm ill, I've got tonsillitis. Well, I have got tonsillitis again, guys. This is day 3 or day 4, and oh my goodness, I am feeling so much better than what I did the other day. The first day I had it, I was literally dying. I'm still not out the woods yet, but yeah, I'm feeling so much better. So yeah, you're gonna have to kind of ignore my voice. I'm gonna try not and speak too much, but you've probably already seen by the thumbnail that Danny is going to be having his first canter. Now you guys are probably thinking, well, I thought you've been cantering him. So I have been cantering him, but I've only been able to canter him in the sand school on a soft surface. Today is going to be the first time cantering him out of a sand school and up a track, which I'm so excited for, because it finally feels like we are, although it feels like we've been like getting further into normal work, because like I've been up in my rides a lot more, out hacking, and I've been doing more in the school, and we're doing pole work, and I'm now cantering over poles and things. So yeah, we're progressing, but this just feels like, oh my god, like we're even closer now, which is just so exciting. So Danny has been ready to canter up a track for quite a while now, for definitely 2 months, maybe even a bit longer, but it's been put on hold due to the weather. With it being so wet and muddy, the ground has just been too soft, too slippery. It hasn't been the right sort of ground to have his first canter. It needs to be fully dry. But yeah, we've basically been just waiting for the ground to dry up enough, but also so it's not too dry where the ground's too hard for him. It kind of has to be the perfect ground where it's not too slippery, not too slippery, not too hard. It's got to be the perfect ground for him. It's got to be completely flat. And yesterday I actually took Dan for a leg stretch up the track that I'm going to be cantering at, because it's completely flat and it's grass right up through the middle, just to make sure that it is the right ground and it is perfect. So today that is what we're going to do. I'm going to be wearing my GoPro today on my hat, just because this is going to be his first canter up a track. I know he's going to get really excited, and I just want to have both hands on my reins basically, because I've got to make sure that I bring him back before we come off the grassy bit. So yeah, I'm going to film it all on my GoPro today, and I thought I'd bring you guys along, as you've been on the whole journey with Dan, and you guys deserve to follow us and see how Dan is getting along basically. So I am going to go down to the yard now. Already been down there this morning, but it was way too frosty to let out, so I'm going to take Dan for his ride. We won't be out for very long, and then he can go out in the field for the rest of the day, and I can come home and chill. So yeah, you guys will probably next see the GoPro. This look is warm and comfy. I'm wearing my Liberty fleece, which has actually now discontinued. I got this back in like lockdown time, with my Toggy leggings. I think they're the sculpture ones. I actually won them in a competition a few years ago. And then I am also wearing my, I think it's like French rose, but it's an Aztec diamond base there, but it goes with the Lima French rose. And yeah, that is going to be it. So I'm just going to take my tablets, because they are due. And then I'm going to get down the yard. But I feel like it's going to be, well, it was cold this morning, so hopefully now it's warmed up a bit with the sun. But yeah, it should be good.
Show me what it's like to be circling among the clouds. Because without you by my side, I would be stuck here on the ground. You're lighting up the way, I can see the road ahead of me. I won't be stumbling in the dark. Your eyes are shining like the stars. I was down until you saved me, until you set me free. My eyes were closed, now I see clear as day. And I just wanted to say that you can take me high. Feels like I can fly.
Today is going to be wearing his Wolfwear high-vis boots, which he's had for years and years. I feel like since I've moved here, I've got all of Dan's stuff here, and I've got all of it in boxes, and I've forgotten half the stuff that Dan's even got. So I'm trying to like use it all. Like with his numbness, I have a bit of a problem when it comes to numbness, guys. Bit of an obsession. I'm not as bad as I used to be, but I used to be very bad years ago. And like some of them I have like haven't worn in like 3-4 years, so I'm like going through them or wearing them. But yeah, he's going to be wearing these. He has actually got the backs of these, but I'm pretty sure he did have the backs of them, but I don't know if they ripped because they go all here, so I might have not got the back ones anymore. So he's just got these on the front, and then he's got a normal pair of, I think they're Wolfwear ones for the backs. Yeah, so the back ones he is wearing are just plain black Wolfwear ones. So obviously these are a pair, but these don't go with them, they're separate boots. It's better to put a exercise sheet on you're not done. Now guys, it's going to be interesting if I'm going to wish that I put the Pelham on him. Only because I can normally canter him up a track and just snaffle, unless we're going trail hunting or something. But just because, you know, this is his first canter, he is going to get rather excited. Or I might be wrong, he might be really calm and chilled. But I've got a feeling he's going to be like so excited, which I literally don't blame him if he has, because this is going to be his first canter up a track in, well, next month will be a year. So it's been a very, very, very long time, and I know I'm super excited for it. So I'm sure when he realises that we no longer have to walk up the track, we are actually allowed to go faster than walk, you're going to be very, very happy, aren't you, mister? Hey, good boy. I am wearing my super cross country neck strap, which I wear all the time, and to be honest, I don't really wear it to use it as a neck strap. It's just got my MD equestrian on it. I literally just put it because I like it around him. I never actually use it. Boy. So, oi, stop that. Dan doesn't like it ever since I've had him. When you go to like do up a rug or do something up around like the front of his chest, he always like will go to nip you. Not all the time. Sometimes you can do up the front of his rug and he won't even pay any notice to you. And then other times he'll like try and grab your arm or something. But yeah, he's always done it. It's not a new thing, but he doesn't do it every time. Sometimes it can be. It's so strange, aren't you? He used to do it with his old owner. Right, tea is all ready. I've just got to put my high vis and a hat on. Guys, I know Dan is looking a little bit tubby. I'm fully aware of that. He is on a diet. He's cut down on his hard feed, and also he's coming slowly off of haylage back onto hay. Now it's coming into summertime, so yeah, he'll soon lose it. But believe it or not, considering he is a native, he's a Welsh cross cob, he isn't actually a good doer in the winter, believe it or not. You would think he is, but yeah, since being on the pure feeds, he's so much better. But I remember the first winter we had him on, we really had to feed him quite a lot to keep his weight on. But now being on his pure feeds, and he's been on haylage all winter, so he's been okay. But yeah, he isn't, considering he is a cob, he isn't a good doer. So in the summer he is. But yeah, when he started on hay this winter, we swapped him over to haylage just because he had a bit of a cough, and he just bloated up so much. So yeah, he is on a diet. I'm fully aware he's a little bit chunky. I mean, we always like our horses a little bit chubbier than what they are meant to be within reason, but he's a little bit too chubby. So yeah, you have been cut down for a few weeks, haven't you, mister? And although like he's ridden 6 days a week, and like we're going for long rides and things, but there are some rides that I trot him on, but then when I do my longer rides I'm still walking him, so he isn't actually doing that much trotting work. We're not trotting up hills yet either. Obviously we're going to be starting doing canter work with him now, with him riding him in the school and that, but whereas before, like normally I'd be doing a lot more trotting up hills and things, and at that moment in time where we're slowly getting to that, but we're not at that point yet. So yeah, although he is in work, he's not like doing enough in his work to drop his weight down, if you know what I mean. So it is taking a bit longer, but I know once we are able to do that bit more and I've cut him down on his food, it won't be long and he'll be to the weight that I want him to be in. Hello. Good boy. Nice day. Nice day. Come on. Good boy. fixed by the end, okay, because you're not allowed to canter on the stony part, only where it's soft, okay. Hope it's in. Yeah, this is the bits that we can't canter on yet, guys. It's where it's a bit like this on the ground. Just don't want to risk it. Once this bit dries, that we'll be able to, and then I'll have to bring him back to trot about here, so I won't want to canter him across this part. Right, we're gonna have to get trotting Dan. Dan's like, what is this? He just doesn't get it because I've always had to make him walk. And today, like this, wait, off of there, because that's the bit you're not allowed to go on. Oh my god. And whoa. Come back. Oi, come back. Thank you. Good. Off there. Good boy. Good boy. Hey, Murph. You're a good boy. I love you. It's okay. Good boy. Good boy. Try to make you feel good after that. Good boy. Right guys, I'm just going to check the temperature for today because it's beautiful weather. Good boy, you're okay, Dad. Good weather. It's not that warm. We're doing nice. Yeah, 200. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy. You're okay. Good boy. Thank you. Good boy. Well done. Good boy. Hang on, Dan. There's another car. Good boy. Well done, Dan. Thank you. Good boy. Okay guys, so we are back. I've just taken down some bridle off, ignore my hat hair. But no, very, very proud of Dan today. I was expecting him to be a lot more exuberant, but when I actually think about it, like he hasn't cantered up a track or something like that for like a year nearly. And normally we ride up there quite a bit. And normally I make him walk, so he was not expecting, you know, I obviously know we're going for a canter, but he doesn't know that. So yeah, he wasn't expecting it. He was thinking it was just normal when we was walking. So when I asked for trot, you could tell he was a bit like, well, we don't normally trot here. And then when I was like, you can canter now, he was like, really? I'm not normally allowed to when I get a bit more excited. So but no, he was a good boy, and I'm pleased he was like that because I obviously don't want him like bucking, being silly or things with his leg, as it is his first time. It was a really short canter, but it is going to make a difference to his work because it's like new ground. Obviously, yes, we canter a lot more than that in the school, but obviously it's completely different surface in that, so he is going to feel a difference. So I don't want it to be a very long canter, and that is the sort of canter we're going to be doing for a few times basically before we go for a longer canter. And eventually, once the bit at the beginning dries up, I'll be able to canter that bit as well. There are other canter tracks that I'm going to be able to do. It's just making sure that it is the right ground for him to be able to canter up, which obviously with the UK weather it is quite unpredictable. I mean, we're only in like the second week of March now, and to be fair, I wasn't expecting to be cantering already. Like, he's been ready to do what we've been doing, like what we've done today, since about, I don't know, January time, and it's kind of good that we've waited that little bit longer because now he's like extra ready to do it, if that makes sense. But no, he was a really good boy. I think he's a bit like what, and to be fair, although it was a very short canter and I didn't want to go for a very long ride with him, just because obviously it's his first time doing it. It probably has made him a little bit tired because he's had to figure out the different ground, as silly as that sounds. So no, really pleased with him. So the vet said to me like a month ago, yeah, he's ready to canter up a track, but you've just got to wait for the ground to be perfect. And I was kind of thinking, we've had quite a lot of dry weather recently, so I thought, I think he'll be all right to canter up now. But I just wanted to double check with the vet. So I spoke to the vet a couple of days ago, and she said, yeah, it just can't be too hard, can't be too soft, it can't be rutty. So that's why I rode up there yesterday, to make sure I was okay to do it today. And we have been able to. But of course, if we get rain again and it gets slippery and that, then it'll put us on hold again, which is really annoying. But fingers crossed, touch wood, with us coming in to spring now, hopefully we'll be able to just keep doing it, and then eventually I'll do different tracks and do it longer, and then I'll be able to do longer rides and then go for a canter. So yeah, it's just building him back up basically. But listen, we're a lot further forward than what we was a month ago, so we are slowly getting there, and I guarantee you by the second, well, probably I'm going to say by the third or fourth canter going up that track like we done today, he will get excited and he'll be keen to go, because he'll know that he knows that he'll be able to do it. So I guarantee. But no, very pleased with you, Dan. I think you enjoyed it. It's just a nice ride that we've done just around the housing estate. And yeah, it's actually really funny. We were riding up, this is just before our canter, and his old owner come up behind us, which I didn't know it was her until she was like, well, I can see that's Danny from his bum, because everyone always compliments Dan's big bum because he has a nice big muscly bum. But I will say, since him doing his injury, he's lost all his muscle in his bum, which was expected, and we haven't quite got it back to what it was like. But I know probably by the end of the summer, once we've built him back up, he'll have a massive big bum again. But it's obviously still quite big because she knew it was Dan, and yeah, she stroked him, so that was quite nice. And yeah, so I'm gonna put his rug on him, and he's gonna go out in the field now to chill for the rest of the day. But yeah, I'm gonna sort him out now. I just done, he had the, I need to get you that, let's go and get you that now, Dan. He had the chiropractor out on Monday for a checkup, not because there was anything wrong, just for a checkup. She come out 6 weeks ago, and she said I'll see him in 6 weeks time, just because he was tight in a few places. So she come back out on Monday, and she is very happy with him. She's seen such a progress, because she gave me carrot stretches to do with him, and she's seen such a progress since the last time she saw him, which is just brilliant. So yeah, I've booked him in for 3 months, so she's coming back out in June. Obviously, if I feel that she needs to come out sooner, then I will get her too. But no, she's really happy with him. She said for me to continue doing his carrot stretches because it's really good for him anyway. And she's also given me, after I exercise, to pull his legs out. So I've done it for the first time today. You were such a good boy with, so he's gonna have a treat for that. And I've got to do some like a little bit of reining back with him. So I've got a few more exercises that I've got to do with him between now and the next time seeing her, but they will be done because as soon as I get told to do something, I'm like straight on it, and I make sure it's done every single day. When I said to her, we've been doing the carrot stretches, I've been doing them every single morning and every single night, and she was like, you don't need to do it that much, even if it's just done like 3 times a week, that's okay. And I've been doing it like twice a day every day, because yeah, I just want the best for him basically. So yeah, he was a very good boy. You're gonna have your treats, you've done your little exercises. Good boy. That's Dan happy out in the field, guys. I ended up putting his fleece on underneath because the sun's gone and it's actually gone quite cold, and 7 degrees isn't actually that warm, so he's got both rugs on. But yeah, he'll be out now until we come up later to feed and bring in, so he's happy. God, there's so many wires, guys. If you're wondering why we have so many, it's because of Dawn. Because when we first moved here, all 3 of them was in here together, but it's not really big enough for all 3 of them grass wise. But because Dawn is such an escape artist, we had to have so many like low down so she couldn't get through, and we just kept it like it. But that's all good. But our field has finally dried up, thankfully. But yeah, he's a happy boy. So guys, that is a wrap for this vlog. Here's Mitzi Moo. There is going to be an update vlog with Mitz at some point. I don't think it will be the next video you guys see after this, but at some point there will be. Fingers crossed. Things might be changing, fingers crossed, for the good. So yeah, but I'm not going into it now. But yeah, at some point there will be a vlog about Mittens. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this week's vlog. Really wanted to make sure that I did actually vlog it, just for memories. Not that I want to ever go back to this whole situation again, but to look to see how far Dan and I have actually gone on in our journey, and also to help other people out that might be going through the same kind of thing now with their horses. They might be bringing your horses back into work after an injury, or potentially are going to have to if your horse is currently on box rest, which I hope your horses are not on box rest, and I hope you never have to go through the rehab with your horses. But it is reality with horses, and at some point you do have to. So yeah, this is mine and Dan's journey. You guys have been along on it like from the very beginning, and I just felt like you guys deserve to know what point Dan's at, and I want to share it with you all as well. But no, the plan is tomorrow, just because we have done something new today, it will be a very chill ride just around. I won't do the same housing estate as I've done today, but we've got quite a lot of housing estates around us that we can ride that's not too far. So I'll do like another one, and yeah, it will just be very chilled. It'll be mainly walk. I'll do a little trot to make sure he's feeling all right after today. And then yeah, it'll just be very, very chilled. We'll be out for like 20 minutes if that. And then on Sunday I'm going to do some pole work with him, which I'm looking forward to doing, because last week I done his first canter over poles, which let's just say he got very, very excited. So yeah, we're going to be doing it again on Sunday, and hopefully he won't be as excited. But yeah, that's kind of the plan for Dan for the rest of the week. So if you haven't already, please make sure that you like and subscribe. Stay tuned for the next vlog, and I will see you next time. Bye bye.